Hey everybody, want a wisdom here. Just introduced Series 2 Eruptor in Part 83. Now here we are in Part 84. We're actually going to introduce Series 2 Prism Break. Have to say, of course, Light Core Prism Break is awesome. Probably still the best light up effect in the game thus far I've seen. Not in the game, but on the portal. Have to say, those Series 2 Prism Break has an incredibly awesome repose. They didn't give him objects and things like we see with Thumpback, but he just looks very, very menacing, very tough. Arms are awesome. He's got the crystalline armor. It's just a great repose overall. We're going to go ahead. We will pull Series 2 Eruptor. I was very impressed with him. I do not remember him or Light Core Eruptor, for that matter, being that quick. I've got Prism Break in my hand, and I mean, he looks great. Again, Earth Element is my favorite element, and it's because pretty much every character, in my opinion, in that element is an absolute beast. So I really like his voice as well on this one. Again, what we've realized, we don't get the notification that we've added the Skylander in the upper, right hand corner, but it does register. That said, there's a pretty sweet look at him. Obviously, he doesn't have the crystalline armor just yet, like you see in the pose, because that's an upgrade later on.
As always,
he moves at about the same speed as Eruptor, in my opinion, right out of the box, but Eruptor moved a heck of a lot quicker than I remember him moving last time, even after upgrades. But we'll come in now and we'll take a look at Prism Break. I would have to agree. If you didn't hear him, he said rock solid. So stats: max health 290, speed just like Eruptor, he's at 35. That's pretty awesome. Armor 18, critical hit 30, elemental power 53. We'll come in now and take a look at his upgrades. He begins with his base attack, the Energy Beam. Press and hold A to fire a powerful energy beam. His secondary attack, B button here on the Wii, is Summon Crystal Shard. Summon Crystal Shards to smash enemies and refract your energy beam. His first upgrade you can purchase is the Super Crystal Shard. Summon Crystal Shards do increased damage. We then have Crystal Eruption, his tertiary attack. Press Z to summon a damaging ring of crystals around you. Once you start using that, when you realize how helpful it is, it's kind of like an emergency ring of defense type deal. If you're getting ambushed, you can thwart chompies or spell punks or whatever it is. Comes in very handy. Next up is the Emerald Energy Beam. Energy Beam attack does extra damage and looks awesome, by the way. Then we have the Chain Refraction. Split energy beams. Split again if they pass through a crystal shard. You can just turn this into like a laser war scene. It's very, very cool. And this is before we've even gotten to picking an upgrade path. So we're now ready to pick an upgrade path. We'll begin with this basically a secondary one, if you will, the Crystal Shard. It's the top one. Massive Crystal Eruption. Crystal Eruption attack does increase damage and covers a larger area. Having picked this with Series 1 Prism Break, it's awesome. Triple Crystal Shard. Summons 3 Crystal Shards at once. The cool thing about that is easier to refract your beam and just basically decimate a screen from a corner. And then the main reason I picked this one, Crystalline Armor, I think it's plus 40, at least it was last time around. Crystalline Armor makes it harder for enemies to hit you. Kinda wish this would have been like the Soul Gem or something, so you didn't have to have it locked in with an upgrade path. But it looks great. That's what we see on his back in a Series 2 pose. The other key thing here is everything down the secondary Crystal Shard path. It's for some reason at the top. I don't know why they do that, but all that is green. And I say that because when you come down here to his primary upgrade path, which again they have at the bottom for some reason, it's yellow. It's actually Cassie from the blog sent me a link to the comic. I think I mentioned this with Lightcore Prism Break too, or later on. I think I might have already unboxed him. I know I talked about it somewhere, but there's a comic, and the guy, you know, the dad actually was helping his son out, he thought, and he went and he fully upgraded Prism Break. Took him down this upgrade path for the kid, thought he was helping him out, doing something great. Dad walked by, he saw him playing with Prism Break. He basically went in to kind of gloat and say, hey, you know, hope you appreciate what I did there. Then he was dismayed when he saw the TV screen with his son basically sitting there with like a level 2 Prism Break. I think that's the first time I've ever sneezed. I tried to cover the mic. I have no idea what it'll sound like, but I guess we'll find out when I edit this. Anyway, the dad saw the screen. He was kind of shocked, and he asked this kid, you know, like, why'd you reset him? I fully upgraded him. And the kid's response was, I didn't like that he was yellow. So that is the downside here. Personally, I prefer the green. It's really hard for me to imagine taking Lightcore Prism Break down this path because Lightcore Prism Break is green. Doesn't light up yellow, you know. I don't think it would be really cool if they would have incorporated, like, granted green and yellow, it's not like red, green, blue, but it would have been awesome if they somehow would have incorporated that into his Lightcore, you know, where it would switch based on your path, but that's, you know, probably another $5 or so to the figure, you know. Anyway, this path is his primary one, the beam one, if you will. Golden Diamond Energy Beam. Energy Beam attack does even more increased damage. Again, it'd be nice if we had some solid numbers there. Triple Refracted Beam. Energy Beam splits into 3 beams when refracted through a single crystal gem. Flip side of this one, you get 3 beams from 1 gem, but at the top you get 3 shards, so you know, kind of pick your poison. And then lastly, Energy Beam attack has increased range, which is cool, but in all honesty, when you have the tertiary attack upgraded, the secondary attack upgraded, and then you get plus 40 armor, really hard not to pick that path unless you've got like multiples or just a huge fan of the beam, or if you hate green and you love yellow. But I don't know, I mean, I can see how this path would be cool. I'd love to try it, but that top path is really good. That's it. His soul gem is Soul Shard Prism. Crystal gems form and defeated enemies. This is when things get nuts with him. You can have the crystal shards, you know, tripled on that primary path, and then the beams refract through them, kill enemies, and then that enemy becomes a shard, and then it just, like I said, I mean, it's almost like, you know, Laser Wars or Minesweeper type stuff. If you like Prism Break but you don't want to spend the $10 and you're asking why would I do it, the answer is his Wow Pow. Wow Pow is called Pulse Power. While holding A, press B to send a powerful pulse down the beam. That sounds really awesome. I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, Earth Element's my favorite. Prism Break is really, I guess now he's getting more love and appreciation than he did in the past, but in my opinion he was very underrated. You know, obviously Terrafin's my favorite. Dino Ring is right behind him. Prism Break I actually like a little better than Bash. No, I'm in the minority there, but that's kind of how I'd rank those guys. Flashwing, I know that's Cassie's favorite, so you know, should be great when she's upgraded. But once I upgrade her, I'll kind of sort her in that role. But pretty sure Earth Element's gonna remain my favorite. Jetvac, I really like him, but just Earth Element's extremely, as Prism Break would say, it's rock solid. So come in and take a look at his quests. These first 5, Monster Masher, Battle Champ, Don't Take Damage, Heroic Challenge, Eat 50 pieces of food, Don't Take Damage, or you know that stuff by now. 7,500 damage, you know that one. The main 2 Earth specific are going to be Wrecker, destroy 20 brick walls. That one's not too hard, you just have to be thinking about it. You know, like before you go through with Zook or Sprocket or something. And then Stonesmith. Once you find the right area, I don't think this will be too bad. I'm thinking maybe in like the Oracle levels might be a good place to try. but defeat 25 enemies with push blocks. And then his personal one is Bifurcation Sensation. Defeat 100 enemies with double refraction. So that'll be pretty fun to go through and take care of that one. That's one that I won't mind taking the time to make happen. I'll actually enjoy it. Okay, I guess we need to take a look. His primary attack is this, the beam. Pretty good range. I'm holding A down. That's the duration you get from it. I'll come in now, press the B button. You can see that crystal shard. And then you see it refract in a Y pattern. Let me try this camera angle for you. And note that the refraction is pretty good. Only issue is you can't hold it indefinitely. Other issue, you know, you can only have one crystal shard active at a time here at the beginning. So that said, we're going to come talk to Callie. I think his role challenge is first.
All right, let's do it.
It's yeah, right there. Lair of the Giant Spiders. Clear this mine of 6 giant spiders plus 5 critical hit. This one's really not too bad unless you like just get lost. Sometimes, like in Drobots, you like take a wrong turn and you know you spend forever trying to figure out where the other freaking chompies are. That could happen here, but you know once you've played enough, it's not a big deal. I think this one was a speed challenge last time, if I remember right. That's actually why I know it so well. But we'll go ahead and get started. Shouldn't take us too terribly long on this one.
This place is crawling with
Prism
creepy
Break, this looks
creatures,
awesome.
but the only ones you need to worry about are those giant spiders. Ugh, I hate spiders. Get rid of them all before time runs out.
3, 2,
and the cool thing is, he doesn't need the you know, pickaxe at all. I mean, he can just blast through stuff. All Earth Element can, but he's just like insanely good at it. So.
Spider eliminated.
He, you know, all the earth elements, like I said, can break him, but I mean, just right out of the box, he is very, very, very good with it. You basically pick which way you want to go there. Me personally, I kind of like to do it that way. What was up that wall kind of screwing?
Spider eliminated.
I don't think there's any back here. It's been a while since I played. Oh wow. You know, I don't know if I ever knew that teleporter was there. Oh, okay, I see where we're at. Never mind. I didn't know that. I've never actually gone that way though. It's kind of interesting.
You're halfway there. Spider eliminated. Oh my God!
This basically takes us right there, so that's like Prism Break's personal shortcut or something.
Spider eliminated.
Again, the Zoa Crystal is one you can't take out with a pickaxe, so keep that. This is the one, it's really easy to do this one without taking damage. We kind of had bad things happen to us. But, I mean, what's cool here is, I mean, this is honestly quicker to use as primary attack than it is to actually use the pickaxe. And that is a rare thing, so. There we go. Aside from getting blindsided by those first 2 spiders, I mean, that went pretty well, so. I'll probably replay it later, just to, you know, like I said, this is the one I like to do to not take damage.
Way to hang in there and beat that challenge. Hope you like your reward.
We'll go ahead and back out, and this one hadn't dropped any frames. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, that previous one dropped it, you know, right at the character screen. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and since that didn't take long, we'll clear out the ship with him. Like I said, he's pretty dadgum right out of the box. Not gonna complain about that. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, there's no stealth in Rupture, but overall, pretty quick. Again, the main thing I like to do here is, you know, just clear the ship, get all the cash, because it's hard to come by. But the other thing, there's just so many characters, and you're gonna need all the money you can get. Okay, so there's the value of 25 at the top. If you got in a bind for money, I mean, something you could conceivably do is simply do a heroic challenge, and instead of repeating and doing another one from that menu, back out, come up here to the crane deck, take the big cash, and then go back, do a heroic, and repeat it, you know. And then if you did all the heroics, I mean, after every 10 you're gonna have 3,000, so that's, you know, pretty good money right there. But nonetheless, that is Prism Break Series 2. Great pose, great character. Looking really forward to his WoW pal. That's it. You know, we know him pretty well in and out since he's a, you know, favorite character. Have everything down. Just a lot to be excited about with him. But questions, comments you can ask on the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. As always, thanks for watching. We will come back, and I guess we'll go ahead and do Lightning Rod and then Light Core Shroom Boom. So again, thanks for watching. We will catch you back here just in a couple of seconds.